We are on Eduyot, Perak Aleph, Mishnah Gimel, 13th Mishnah, the first chapter, Masechet Eduyot. We're continuing to talk about the cases where Chazru Beit Hillel wrote Beit Shamai. Beit Hillel changed their mind and taught halacha following Beit Shamai after a dispute. A person who is half slave and half ben chorin, half free. So he has a problem because, well, we'll see in a second. Kagon, how did you get to be half slave and half free? Kagon, evet shel shnei shutafim, two partners had a slave. V'shichuro echad mehem. Okay? And he freed one of them. Inami, or kishikibel rabo mimenu chatzi damav, v'shichur chetzio beotam adamim, right? Somehow he had his own money and he paid his master half the money. So he's half free, he freed half and halfway. So this person, Ovedet Rabo Yom Echad Ve'adatzmo Yom Echad Divrei Beit Hillel. Beit Hillel says, okay. So he has to work one day, he works for his Rav, his master, and one day he works for himself. He's half slave, half free. Amrulem Beit Shamai said, Tikantem Ed Rabo. You fixed the problem for his Rav. Meaning, we found a solution for the Rav. Ve'atatzmo lo Tikantem, but for Atzmo, for himself, you haven't solved the problem. Why? Lisa, who is he supposed to marry? Lisa Shivcha. By the way, this Mishnah in its entirety appears in Gittin, Perak Daled Mishnah. Lisa Shivcha, to marry a Shivcha, an Eved can marry a Shivcha. So, can he marry a Shivcha? No, Eno Yachol. He can't marry her because he's half free. Bat Chorin, he can't marry a free woman. Eno Yachol, he can't marry her because he's half an Eved. Li Batel, so they say, fine, don't marry anyone. The world was only created to be fruitful and multiply. You can't sell a person not to be engaged in inhabiting the world. Shneimar, lo tohu b'ra'ah l'shevet yatzra. God didn't create it lo tohu as helter or hefkervelt. Rather, l'shevet yatzra. He created the world l'shevet to inhabit the world. Meaning, God wants people to be engaged in Piriyah v'Riviyah. It's interesting when you think about it that the argument of Beit Shamai is, tikkun olam, like fixing the world. People have to multiply. It's not related to the personal needs of the Eved. They didn't say, tell him to be celibate. That's not reasonable. They didn't say it's not reasonable. They said it's against the way the world was created, which is an interesting argument, especially for different kinds of arguments today. Rather, and further, tikkun olam. It's actually, this is the phrase that's very popular today, but fixing the world, kofinit rabbo, you force the master, and you say, listen, you have to free him totally. You only own half of him, so the Eved will make a shtar, okay, and the Eved will make a contract to promise you that he owes you half the money. And they changed their mind, the wrote Beit Shamai, they accepted, they taught the halacha following the position of Beit Shamai. We'll stop here, dedicated learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.